Hey there, I'm Anna from StartAbroad, here to talk to you today about international schools. As an expat mom myself, I care a lot about the educational opportunities available to my daughter. When you're considering a big international move, what about education? Here are the 6 things you should consider when trying to decide on an international school for your family. Number 1, check the accreditation. If you're an expat family, chances are you're going to want to leave the door open for your child to be able to attend school back in that home country or attend university there someday. And if that's the case, you're going to want to look for a school that has the proper accreditation to allow your child to do that. For the United States, there are a number of accreditations that are recognized by the U.S. Department of Education. I'll link to all of those bodies below in the description so you can see. There are also several respected accreditation bodies that are European or international in scope, including the very popular IB program, or International Baccalaureate. To check for accreditation legitimacy, you can also check out some of the membership organizations that are widely respected. I will also link to those bodies down in the description. Number 2, check the language of instruction. It turns out that while most international schools will use the term bilingual, this can actually mean any number of things. It could be, for example, that all classes are taught in English and a secondary language, maybe the language of the country where you're living, will be taught as a subject. Or it could be the complete opposite. Maybe your child is being educated entirely in Portuguese and English is only a class. Or it could actually be you have 2 languages that are the languages of instruction, depending on the class or depending on the school year. This is worth checking in on for any school to make sure it's going to be a fit for your kid. Number 3, check the learning philosophy. If you're living in a place with multiple options for international schools, it's likely that you're going to have some alternative schools or alternative learning philosophies available to you as well. There are some really well-known pedagogies like Montessori or Waldorf. Still, other schools will incorporate religion into their curriculum. This is especially common in some of the Catholic countries that we work in. Still more schools are likely to focus on activities outside of the classroom. For example, nature-based learning. That's very common here in Costa Rica. Learning philosophy can vary really widely, and every school has its own approach, so be sure to ask about this when you are touring your prospective schools. Number 4, check the budget. Unfortunately, if you're looking at an international school, it's going to be a private school, almost certainly. And it's likely to come at an even higher price point than most of the national private schools in whatever country you're moving to. So checking your budget is critical. To give you a sense, in Costa Rica, the oldest and most established private schools in the San Jose area could run you between $7,000 to $15,000 annually. Smaller schools may charge somewhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per year. In Portugal, international schools are most likely to fall within the range of €6,000 to €25,000 per year. So there is a wide range available. You also should be planning for costs other than just tuition. Many schools will charge fees for books, for uniforms, and even for matriculation. Number 5, check the student body. Do you want your child to be surrounded by kids from all over the world? Or do you want to be sure that they are integrated into whatever country you're moving to and, let's say, surrounded by kids from that country? If you're considering multiple international schools, chances are you will have options in this as well. So ask about the student body composition. Where are most students from? How many countries are represented? Number 6, and finally, check the activities. This is especially valuable for older kids. In many countries, extracurricular activities are not given the same importance that you may be used to in the United States and in Canada. So you may be surprised after moving that your kid doesn't have access to a dance class or a robotics club or a chess team. If your kid has hobbies that they care about, be sure to talk to any international school about these up front. Of course, if your kid likes to play soccer, they'll be able to find that just about anywhere in the world. We'll likely be following up this video with some more detailed videos about specific popular international schools in the countries where we work. But in the meantime, if there are any countries where you're interested in learning more about international schools, drop a comment below and let us know. Here at StartAbroad, we specialize in making your move as smooth as possible. We help Americans, Canadians, and other English speakers move to Costa Rica, Panama, Portugal, and soon, Spain. So if you're interested in getting support, in feeling less alone, in avoiding the overwhelm and the bureaucracy that can come with a big move, please get in touch with us at www.startabroad.com.